Right, let's pick up this half hour in China, which has pledged $500 million to assist developing countries tackle famine, climate change and the refugee crisis. The two-day BRICS Leaders Summit at the Chinese port city of Xiamen concluded today.
It was held under the theme BRICS, Stronger Partnership for a Brighter Future. The 9th BRICS Summit adopted a raft of new measures to increase trade and investment amongst the BRICS member states and establish broader partnerships on multilateral issues.
The success of the past 10 years has emboldened the 5-member grouping to dream even bigger. These days, they talk of BRICS Plus, the inclusion of other emerging and developing economies. This summit was no different. As it enters its second decade, amid hopes of a global economic recovery, BRICS leaders have committed to intensify efforts to transform global governance systems.
Africa has not had a history of organizations that are global, that were user-friendly, helping Africa to move. Here we have an organization that can't stop talking about developing countries, third world, Africa in particular, and they're doing something in Africa.
Economic cooperation and development is at the heart of BRICS, perhaps giving hope to those countries in need of investment and infrastructure.
I wish to announce that China will provide $500 million to the Assistance Fund for South-South cooperation. The money will be used to help fellow developing countries tackle famine, refugee, climate change, public health and other challenges.
But what's it in for South Africa?
There is an old project called Mzimvubu project, which has not happened. It's going to happen now because of these relations. People in the Eastern Cape are going to see change, are going to see activities, there's going to be an employment as a result of these interaction. There is Muloto corridor, which has been a problem. Many people have died because of the nature of the road there, etc. That project is oncoming as well.
These countries also reflected on global peace and security. This as tensions rise over North Korea's nuclear testing. BRICS warned the US not to unilaterally launch a military strike against North Korea. As the summit wraps up here in China, all eyes are now on South Africa, which is set to host the event next year. The country has promised to put its best foot forward, not only in organizing, but in raising issues that affect the people of South Africa and Africa. Mzwandile Mbeji, SABC News, Xiamen, China.